If you feel insecure about your penis size and you want a safe, effective way to improve it, you're not alone. Among the most studied, clinically supported options today, penis extenders are widely considered one of the safest and most effective methods when used correctly. In this video, we'll break down the 5 best penis extenders of 2026, what makes them different, who they're best for, and how to use them for the best results. Device number 1, and my top pick for 2026, is Phallosan Forte. It is a premium traction system made in Germany, designed for long-term, consistent use. Here's how it works. Phallosan combines two things: vacuum attachment and traction. You place a soft, protective cap on the glands, fit it into the vacuum bell, and create gentle negative pressure so it holds securely. Then, the belt and strap system applies a steady pulling force along the shaft. The big advantage is stability. The vacuum helps reduce slipping, and the traction stays more consistent. The most important rule is this: traction is not about maximum force. It is about comfortable, repeatable tension for long durations. Phallosan also uses a simple traffic light concept for tension. Stay comfortable, increase slowly, and do not push into pain. About tension and upgrades. Forte is designed to reach traction levels up to around 3 kilograms, but you should treat that as a ceiling, not a goal. If you add Phallosan Plus+, you turn it into a more adjustable hybrid setup with stronger, more stable traction potential. The company states the Plus+ setup can go above 4.8 kilograms. In simple terms, Forte is the comfort and routine option, and Plus+ is for people who already have a routine and want more adjustability. Results are realistic but not instant. In Phallosan's published 6-month clinical data, the reported averages were roughly 1.78 centimeters in erect length, 1.47 centimeters in flaccid length, and about 0.80 centimeters in girth. Your outcome depends heavily on daily wear time and consistency. Phallosan Forte feels truly premium. The build quality is excellent. It is relatively beginner-friendly, and many users find it more wearable for longer sessions compared to rigid rod systems. Customer support is also a strong point, with clear instructions and sizing guidance. The downside is price. You will often see Phallosan Forte around $399 and Forte Plus around $519. The Plus add-on alone is often around $120. My recommendation for beginners is simple. Start with Phallosan Forte first. Build comfort and consistency. Then consider Plus later if you want the upgrade. Device number 2 is the Quick Extender Pro. If Phallosan Forte is the premium all-day wearable style system, Quick Extender Pro is more of a classic rod-based traction extender, but upgraded for comfort. It is popular because it focuses on one thing that really matters for traction: consistent, controlled tension that you can actually tolerate long enough to stay consistent. Quick Extender Pro uses a base ring at the bottom, extension rods in the middle, and a gland support at the top. The device creates tension using spring-loaded force, and you can increase the stretch gradually by adding extension rods over time. The concept is simple. You apply gentle traction for a certain number of hours per day, and over weeks and months, that steady tension encourages gradual tissue remodeling. It is not about extreme force. It is about repeatable tension, day after day. What makes Quick Extender Pro different is their DSS system, which stands for double strap support. Instead of one strap, it uses 2 medical-grade silicone tubes to secure the penis at the gland support. The goal is to spread the pressure out, reduce choking, and reduce slipping. In other words, you get a more secure hold with less discomfort. That is a big deal, because most people quit extenders for one reason: discomfort. Now let's talk about tension, because this is one of the strongest points. Quick Extender Pro uses calibrated springs depending on the package. The entry-level setup is typically around 3,000 grams. The more popular mid-tier package uses 3,500 grams, and the higher tension packages go up to 4,000 grams. That is a lot of traction potential, but the smarter approach is still to start lower and build up slowly as your body adapts. In terms of results, traction is still a month's game. The company's own customer data and marketing claims describe noticeable progress over time, and they specifically mention that gains of about 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches have been reported between month 3 and month 6. The important point is this: Your results depend heavily on daily wear time, comfort, and consistency. If you wear it only occasionally, do not expect much. If you follow a steady plan, your chances are much better. Pricing is also one of the reasons it ranks high. On the official store, the value edition is typically around $119.93. The deluxe standard edition is around $179.93. The deluxe limited edition is around $349.93. There is also a curvature-focused edition around the same price range as the deluxe standard. Most beginners will be best served by the deluxe standard edition because it is the balance point. It gives you more comfort parts, a stronger spring set than the basic option, and enough accessories to build a real routine. Quick Extender Pro is a strong choice if you want a more traditional traction extender with a high-tension ceiling, a comfort-focused strap system, and a more approachable price than premium systems. The main downside is that it is still a rod-based extender, so it is usually better for seated or at-home sessions than walking around all day. And like every extender, you must use it correctly. If you feel sharp pain, numbness, or skin irritation, you stop, adjust, and scale back. Consistency only works when it is comfortable. Device number 3 is the Penimaster PRO. This is a high-quality traction extender that is especially known for its vacuum-based attachment system. Instead of relying mainly on straps around the glands, it uses a vacuum chamber to hold the head of the penis more securely, and then traction is created through adjustable rods, with the option to use a strap or belt setup depending on your routine. Here is the simple idea. The vacuum attachment is meant to create a more stable grip with less pinching compared to classic strap extenders. Once the glands is held in place, the rods apply a controlled, steady stretch along the shaft. Over time, that consistent traction is what may support gradual length improvement as long as you use it correctly and stay consistent. The biggest advantage of Penimaster PRO is comfort and security at the attachment point, especially for men who hate the feeling of straps. The build quality is also very solid, and it feels like a true premium device. The main downsides are that it has a learning curve, more parts to set up and clean, and it is usually more expensive than basic rod extenders. Also, like any vacuum-based system, if you use too much pressure or go too long too soon, you can get irritation or swelling, so you have to start slow and follow the instructions. Overall, Penimaster PRO is a great option if you want a traction device that focuses on a more comfortable, secure grip, and you are willing to pay more for that upgrade. Device number 4 is the Epic Extender Pro, and I want to be transparent here. This is one of the most talked about portable, high-tension style extenders, but you have to separate marketing from what people consistently report in real use. First, how it works. The Epic Extender platform is a rod-based traction system with a soft padded silicone base. You set the device length with swappable rods, lock it in place, and apply steady traction along the shaft. A key feature is that it includes a visible tension scale, so you can track the force you are applying instead of guessing. The company also promotes compatibility with vacuum cups, so depending on the kit, you can run it as a cup-based setup rather than relying only on a strap-style attachment. Now, the real-world review. The most common positives people mention are comfort at the base, a compact design, and the fact that you can actually see and control the tension in a more measurable way. On community reviews, users often describe it as comfortable compared to cheaper extenders, and some reviewers note that earlier hardware issues were later improved with updated parts. But there are also drawbacks worth mentioning. First, any high-tension capable extender can create problems if you chase numbers too fast. If you go too aggressive, you can end up with soreness, skin irritation, or numbness, and then you stop using it. Second, a small number of users have reported hardware reliability issues, like a tension gauge failing, and at least one complaint about customer service refusing a repair. So for this product, I recommend treating it like a serious device. Progress slowly, prioritize comfort, and keep your routine realistic. If you want a more compact, measurable traction extender, Epic Extender Pro can be a strong option. Just do not buy it expecting instant results. Buy it only if you are willing to stay consistent, increase tension gradually, and stop immediately if you feel pain or numbness.